Hey Jessica, your question about the, where was I bullied or was I the bully? The answer's both, I guess. I wasn't really a bully per se. I was bullied. I started going to a new school when I was in the 3rd grade. Started riding the bus to school instead of walking. And there was some older kids, like, high school and stuff, that found great pleasure in picking on a little fat kid. And they never really tried to hurt me or anything. But they made my morning and my afternoon a living hell for quite a while. And my dad, of course, told me that the only way to deal with him is to deal with him. He was right. Finally, one day, was in the afternoon, and the kids it was a group of them, One of them started in on me, and I just couldn't take it anymore. And I said something smart aleck to him, and then he acted like he was going to get up and kick me up and down the bus. And I got up and met him, and I pushed him so hard he went all the way to the back of the bus. And when he got up, he sat down and he never bothered me again. But I grew up big, a big kid. I was big in kindergarten. I wasn't really fat in kindergarten. But I was Chubbs City, growing up. And it was all, back then there weren't that many fat people. So I was like the freak that got stared at, rude comments, hurt my feelings kind of stuff. Maybe it made me a little stronger today because of it. I don't know. But there was a guy in high school, and his name was Alvy. Alvy was different. He had a little bit of speech thing going on, and that was really not a big impediment. But he dressed funny, wore 50s style glasses in the 70s. And he had this thing about Hitler. I don't know what the deal was with that Hitler thing, but he acted like he thought a lot of Hitler. Kids would pick on him all the time. And I can't say that I did that a lot, but there was a couple of times when I was mean to him. And I regret that. And worse, I was a witness to Alvy's persecution countless times and did absolutely nothing about it. And I don't know, maybe I did that because maybe it was fun to see somebody else getting it and not me. That's sad, huh? But misery does love company. I think there's a little bully in everybody just because of that. And I'm not putting that tag on anybody, really. I'm just saying that I think everybody does stuff or allows things to happen at times in their life that they shouldn't let happen, no matter what consequence it might bring on them. So, we all graduated. Albie graduated. Of course, I didn't keep up with Albie. But I did hear, and I don't know if it's true, about 15, 20 years later, might have been about the time of my 20th year reunion, or maybe it was the 10th, that Albie had committed suicide. And that was very sad, because Albie's life was one of persecution. It was just seemed relentless, and I know what he felt like, I guess, because of that experience on the bus. I dreaded getting on that bus in the morning. I dreaded getting on that bus in the afternoon, and all the time that I spent on it. And I know that that's how his day had to have begun every day, and how he lived. Now, I don't have any idea whether it was true that he killed himself, but it wouldn't surprise me. It's not easy when you live like that to find the joy in life. I regret my part in it, because I think that everybody that participated in making his life a miserable hell, and everyone that watched it and didn't try to stop it, should feel a little shame on their part in his death. I'd love to think Albie is somewhere happy, but anyway, that's my bullying story, I guess. It's a good thing we're forgiven, huh? Talk to you later.